They were literally underfoot.
I saw the dude who played Mary, the guy from Lost.
Yeah, Dominic Monaghan. Yeah.
He bumped into me. I said, "Hey, dude, watch it, dude."
You know what? I was tempted to go offer him money to get him to take a picture to write on his hand, not Cyrus's boat.
Nice.
Oh, I saw Barbara Crampton, who's in
You saw
Reanimator.
Barbara Crampton?
I saw her. Yeah, I saw her. The chick who is in Reanimator and From Beyond. She's in one of my favorite scenes of Reanimator, where that severed head, Dr. Hill is going down on her, and Dr. Hill, of course, says, "Yes, more passion!" While she screams her fucking head off nude on that cold, slabby table.
Hey, so funny story about Barbara Crampton. I've actually been conversing with her on Twitter quite a bit, and she's a fan of us Austin Film Geeks. She says that she's entertained by all of our tweets. We always give her great recommendations.
Oh, nice.
She was as excited to meet me as I was to meet her. It was like a reunion of old friends. It was the sweetest thing.
That's
Hook
always
us up.
weird.
Hook us up,
It was
dude.
like somebody on VU asked me what my favorite moment has been so far, and I would have to say it was that.
Next time you talk to her, can you ask her if we can me and her can reenact the scene from Reanimator?
Reenact
Because that's one of my
Reanimator?
dreams. That's one of my biggest dreams.
What, to go down on Barbara Crampton?
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to miss that. But
Hey,
sure,
you are just
that's
a-
kind of creepy.
You are just ahead. So.
Exactly, which is why it would work.
She's not going to want to be friends with me after she hears this.
But no, it's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of weird shit already. Like we showed up last night after suffering the human centipede, and here there was a meal here of 3 pigs that were sewn mouth to asshole together.
Three barbecued roasted pigs
Yeah.
sewn ass to mouth.
Wow, no shit. Okay, now did you guys see the movie or was it just?
Oh, we saw the movie
It was
too.
a whole
I actually didn't see the movie.
Okay, I did, and that was a huge part of my life I will never get back. I
shit.
want to talk to you specifically because I know how much you loved a Serbian film.
No.
And apparently, like, there was somebody here in town, I can't remember, one of the local critics apparently, who actually liked Serbian film, was so distressed by this movie, he was actually pissed off. He was just like, no, this is just sick. There's no reason for this film to
That would be my
exist."
roommate Luke, actually.
Oh, was Luke
Yeah,
that way too?
that's who we were. Luke, who, if Luke likes a movie like Serbian film, he's got a reason, and he found artistic merit in Serbian film. He watched Human Centipede 2 and said it was vile and wretched and reprehensible.
So I think
Wow.
the point is, you should not see it ever.
Which is, the more we say that, the more people are going to want to see it.
I know because you know what, the one enjoyable aspect of the first Human Centipede was the guy who played the doctor.
Right.
So I mean,
Well, the thing is here,
he was a star more than the 3
The
girls.
original with Dieter Laser, he is funny. He's funny to watch. And as
He is.
gross as what's happening is, most of it's kind of in your head. You're not really seeing that much, actually. I mean, they've got these bandages on each other's butts, so you know that there's obviously, that they're just actors.
Right.
There's like a barrier there. I mean, they still got their mouth up against somebody's butt, but they're with a barrier there.
Right.
In Human Centipede 2, there's no barrier. It's a meta thing, and it's all in black and white, so it starts off right where the last one left off, except you're just watching this guy watch the end credits of the first film. Like, it's the last scene, and he's like, it's this repulsive fat guy. I mean, like, repulsive guy. Is he around? He's not behind me. Is he?
No, he was here yesterday.
He was here. I think he's here today still, too.
Oh, God.
I don't think he'd mind so much. I'm sure that's not the first time he's heard that.
Well, he was cast entirely for that reason. He's so gross that he almost equals Dieter Laser in just sheer weirdness, even though he never says a single word in the entire film.
Wow.
And he's so obsessed with this film that he works at a parking garage, and he's been grabbing people, knocking them out, and tying them up and bringing them back to this warehouse that he's rented. Meanwhile, his home life, he's got a mother who's insane. They make clear his father used to sexually abuse him regularly, but now is in jail. He has this therapist who apparently wants to sexually abuse him as well. It's almost kind of early David Lynch-ish weird. And I'm going, where is this going? Because I hate to admit it, I'm kind of interested now. This kind of got me wrapped into this. It's so strange, and this guy, his eyeballs are like Marty Feldman emoji. They're like, whoa, coming right out of his head. But then at about the halfway point, he decides to create his human centipede of 12 people this time. One of them a for-real pregnant woman. Like, there's no question this actress was actually pregnant when they filmed it. And they're all naked and neat.
They probably got one of those prego fucking porn actresses, I bet.
Yeah, maybe.
Those girls who like to get pregnant and then have sex.
And do they like to, or they just pay
that's what they do. They get pregnant, get paid to get pregnant and have sex.
It's a living.
Hey, I lived through it.
It's almost as bad as being a film critic.
Yeah.
Almost, but not quite as bad. Well, I don't know. After seeing Human Centipede 2,
yeah, the race may have pulled a little more even.
Wow. Because, you know, somebody sent me an article describing like two of the like glorious scenes in the movie. After I read the description, I was really like, I have no need to see that.
No, you don't. And he probably didn't even tell you the worst of it. I mean, it's just, I guess kind of the conceit that makes it really different is that he's not a surgeon. He's just a totally crazy, probably mildly retarded guy. And he's so obsessed with it, and he's trying to figure out, using like tools you'd find in an average tool cabinet, how to perform surgery on these people. So he's trying to put them together, and they keep dying. He's like, oh, what do I do? They won't stay alive. So finally, he just staple guns them together.
So you're telling me though that the doctor from the original movie is not in this film?
Except for watching clips from it.
Okay, because I know, like, I think when they were doing, they went to a horror convention recently where the doctor was there. I got to meet the guy who played the doctor, who's fucking cool ass dude. But I thought, okay, are they gonna miraculously like bring him in? Like, is he gonna become like a slasher now, like back from the dead, still trying to do his experiment? But I guess that's not the case.
Well, all right. So this was Human Centipede 2 full
sequence.
The next one's there's gonna be a third one called Final Sequence. And just by the nature of the fact that it's clear that it's meta, and the first movie was a Hollywood film, I mean, he brings back one of the actresses from the first one as the actress who plays that character. I'd be shocked if he did not bring back Dieter Laser for the third one.
He should, because honestly, that guy was the star of the first one.
So what else did you guys see?
That's it. That's all I
That's all you
saw?
saw?
You know what else I saw that was pretty fantastic? Abduction. Yeah, that's what I saw.
I'm so sorry.
Which I was waiting for us to do the review. I didn't get the call, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to Fantastic Fest. I don't care.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I actually had a really nice moment. I was introducing. They're doing 2 retrospective screenings this year. One for Fulci's House by the Cemetery, and one for Fulci's Zombie.
Because playing tonight.
Yes, because both of those movies are getting Blu-ray releases thanks to the amazing Blue Underground. We were setting up for the introduction. I was
Can
told,
you stop sucking their dick for one second?
I love Blue Underground.
I know, because you get stuff from them. They still won't send me anything.
No, it's because they put out the shit that I like to watch. I mean, what are you going to do?
There is that.
But no, William Lustig was actually in the audience, even though they said there wasn't going to be a guest. Now, this is the director of Vigilante, Maniac Cop 2, like these really great, 80s, early 80s.
Maniac Cop 2 rules, but.
And Maniac Cop 2 is amazing.
That's what Brian tells me.
And he was just there. He's also the head of Blue Underground. He started that company just because he was sick and tired of having to fly to Japan and buy film negatives for movies that weren't released in the States.
No shit.
So he's like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it for a living, and I'm going to let other people get to see it too. So he was there, and I went up and I asked him if I could just like point him out and have everybody recognize him. And he offered to come up and talk about the restoration process. So a special surprise to everybody in that screening, William Lustig came up and talked about the House by the Cemetery restoration project.
That is sweet, man.
It was amazing.
I have to admit, like, I was aware of Blue Underground only when I was trying to find, like, I know there was like 5 different copies of fucking Zombie. And I went on to the internet to do my fucking research where they had the screenshot comparisons, and everyone that usually came out winning was Blue Underground.
Yeah.
So it sucks because I just recently bought all that shit on Blue Underground. Now they're putting it on Blu-ray, and I'm like, double fuck.
I was my finger hovering over the buy button for Zombie. Because I was like, they're never going to fucking put this thing out on Blu-ray. I'm just going to go ahead and buy it on DVD because I don't have it. And I was like, you know what, I better check. And sure enough, they just announced it.
But I'm thinking about going, I don't know if it's midnight just yet, but I'm thinking about probably running back over there.
They're doing another showing of House by the Cemetery and Zombie during the festival as well. So.
I gotta say though, of all the Fulci, I still say The Beyond is not only his best,
Oh, yeah.
it's his best starter film for
Well,
a lot of people.
it is.
It's the one that'll
I'm not
make
going to argue with that.
Make people go, wow, holy shit, who is this guy?
I took a girl on a first date to see that movie when it played at the Dobie. That girl got up and left every 5 minutes, and I was like, man, I suck.
I married that.
Because she actually liked the movie. She just didn't like me. So, you know.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That's hysterical. So what are you guys looking forward to that's coming up?
I have no idea.
You haven't even looked at the schedule?
I've been trying to look at this
Just
schedule.
download it real quick.
No, I just did. But I actually, I was glad I got to see Livid. I mean, because when I heard that those guys from Inside did something, because I was curious. I was like, I know the thing that sucks about watching Livid was that those guys. Well, I still can't remember if it's one or two guys, but they were supposed to work on the Halloween movies. That was before Rob Zombie jumped on board, and I'm still pissed off, especially after seeing Livid tonight.
And after suffering through Rob Zombie's versions.
Complete, ass rape of Halloween. I really hope that those guys someday, if they get that offer again, I hope to God they fucking do it.
Yeah, because I don't know if I want to say anybody should remake anything ever, but you know.
Oh, you know, in Livid, they even did a little wink to Halloween 3. Surprisingly, which had the whole theater just like
total bonus point,
dude. I wanted to see it from the things you were saying earlier, but now I have to fucking see this.
Oh, yeah, well, they do a wink to that movie and American Werewolf in London.
Okay,
Done. And very subtle, very tasteful. So
just the fact that it was done by the guys who did Inside alone was enough that it was like a can't be missed.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ. Well, I would like to establish to our listeners that this is yet again the best film festival to be at in America,
Hell yeah.
probably in the world.
It is my greatest. I've been going to this film festival even before Spill was around.
Yeah.
So before Spill found me in the gutter, I was checking out this film festival, and I'm never fucking disappointed.
You're probably in the gutter because of one of those late night fantastic food sessions.
I have stories.
So yeah, looking forward to that. The feud this year. A little curious because now they've separated the karaoke from the feud. And originally it was always like when you were there. No, you weren't there. The original Fantastic Feud, which is like a bunch of film geeks, horror geeks generally, doing trivia about horror movies like game show style. And they're just local press and fans. But the first year, like everyone's like, I don't want to do that. I want to see movies. So it was just hardcore other press and their friends, and it turned into a fucking nail ya. I mean, we were lighting up, and we were like, Jim Wade was so drunk he kept going back into the kitchen and wheeling out more wheelbarrows of beer just to get out to everybody. It went on till 7 a.m. You know,
wow.
It was just crazy.
I heard about that.
Everybody wanted to go year 2. It was still fun. But then by year 3, it was like, okay, this is just a regular event now. And then they turned it into like a half karaoke. This year, it seems like maybe somebody said, let's separate it from the karaoke so people will just go, I don't want to go see some trivia thing. And then it'll be another one of those great, unique experiences.
You can only hope, yeah. It's like you want to relive that one great fucking night you had with that chick. You know, that just you weren't expecting it to happen, but something happened, and you constantly try to find that fucking thing to relive.
Maybe you can never really go home, but I'm gonna try. Right. You know, that's the night I have planned ahead of time to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know,
don't expect a lot of recording that day.
Yeah. No, or at least not the next day.
Or the next day. Yeah.
I'd like to. I just don't want to end up in the hospital again.
Well, thanks, guys, and
thank you.
This is second day. It's only the fucking second day.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I know, man. Only second day of Fantastic Fest. There's a lot more to come. There's so much craziness. I really, the only thing I've seen I didn't like was Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
And I've seen like the maximum amount of movies every day. So we'll be back tomorrow with more to report on and more stuff to recommend for you to check out and demand for your local indie cinema to pick up.
All right. See you.